what to do if you only have 1 or 2 hours and you actually want to be efficient. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the mindset and the steps that you need to follow in order to be able to accomplish this. And so who am I to tell you this? Well, I'm Ivan. I've been in English for 4 years, Japanese for 2 years, and recently I've started learning German too. And since I am a calisthenics athlete, I care for people actually getting discipline through language learning. And so the first point that we're going to be talking about is that you need to know the 80 and 20 rule. And so this means that 20% of the actions get you 80% of the results. What this literally means is that a small percentage of your actions will get you most of the results. And so this translates to language learning too. You will only literally do the most efficient type of frequent words that you can find. And so in German, literally, I just found in Google, literally just Google the most frequent 10,000 words in the language that you want to learn. Once you have that, now with those words, you create some type of example sentence. And that example sentence, you study it. Literally, it is as simple as that. That's the only method that you will do. Now, this is not my method. This is basically the method from this guy called Michael Hyperpolyglot. And basically, I just use it because I feel like it's the most efficient one. And so that's basically what I think you should do. Now, something that people don't know is that first, you need to change your mindset. Because, yeah, while I think that 2 hours is actually not that much, I do believe that you can get actually pretty conversational fluent, honestly, a pretty good level in like 6 to 1 year with just those 2 hours. But actually, those 2 hours need to be real efficient. And so, with those 2 hours, what you will do is you will not have your notifications in your phone turn on. I don't know if you do this, but like every time you watch a notification in your phone, what do you think that you're doing? Of course, you will pay more attention to the message that you have in your freaking phone. And so this means that you will not pay that much attention to the thing that you should be paying attention to, right? Something that you can do too, if you actually want to learn a language faster, is get a job in order to be more efficient at your language learning. What this means is that you should get a job that literally pays you to do nothing, or a job that literally doesn't require your brain, so you can do passive listening while you are at your work. For me, it's the second one. I've seen people getting works in like I don't know home shelters, or I don't know people that don't really have money, and so they literally pay them like those jobs pay you to do nothing and just be literally seated and just attend people every 30 minutes, and that's it. So those types of jobs will make you more efficient at the type of task that you're trying to achieve. The specific task that you will do whenever you have those sentences, right, is you will listen to them, you will read them, you will shadow them, and all of those things, right? In a specific, what do I do? It depends on the language. Because, for example, in German, I actually can replicate the sounds not that much difficulty. But like if I go to Mandarin, maybe I can't replicate the sounds and maybe I have to listen to them first. And so for the first month, I will literally just listen to them. And after that first month, after I know more or less how the language sounds, I will say, okay, now I can start trying to replicate the sounds and start practicing.
その中で生活できる人がいたら、まあ少なくとも俺のリスペクトを持ってる。その中で生活、
And you will say, okay, but like, what if I get a sound wrong? What if I get like some type of sound and I really can't replicate it perfectly? Well, first, if you try to reach perfection in language learning, you will find a path that is actually very annoying first that. But also, if you can replicate something perfectly, it just literally you just need to practice more. That's just how it works. Because there's people that say, okay, but like you will create some type of bad habits in here. You create bad habits when you do things unconsciously. This method works because you do things consciously. And so if you're shadowing something and you're doing it consciously, then it means, right? Then it means that you know when you're pronouncing something wrong. And if you keep pronouncing that thing wrong, you won't stop, right, practicing it until you get it right. And so that's how you don't get bad habits, right? When you do things consciously. People get those bad habits in their speaking or in those things because they practice their speaking unconsciously, right? When you shadow from the start, you know, okay, I'm not getting it right, but like it makes sense that you don't get it right, right? Because I mean, first you haven't practiced the language that you're learning, right? You have only like 2 to 3 days. Like me with German right now, I only have like literally 3 days learning the language, and so it makes sense that I'm not able to like literally do the thing, like literally practice the language, right? It makes sense that I'm not able to replicate those sounds. But if I have 1 month, 2 months practicing the same fucking sound, do you think I will not get it right? Of course, you will get it right. And so that's it for the video. Be sure to give a like, subscribe, all of those things. Bye.